we're gonna do is we're gonna update this from an existing business that they already have down there. They've been in before. So this is the old form. Okay.
Will you take Tina's pause up, so to speak?
Yeah,
Can I? Okay, I'll go get the paperwork and copy it for everybody.
yeah. Maybe we can just do that with a letter.
I just want to give you what you say.
Okay. Almost going.
Yeah.
Really tired of laying lobster crates up to.
Yeah, so it's labor intensive. I mean, we're getting killed with labor, because you have to do two at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not
Now, we're
like
like-
hoisting them,
Is
but
it gonna run both ways? The conveyor go up and down, put bait one way and.
no, we still gotta bait up the other way. It'll be nice just to take the 200 crates and fire them right up there and then put them on a pallet and
Yeah,
then right in the truck. So you don't have to like handle them 4 times.
well, heavy, you know.
We're a little ancient, we're like dinosaurs down there, so
Yeah.
ask him, he can tell you.
Quite an operation.
Yeah, it is quite an offer. I mean, you're talking $10 million going up over that wall.
Yeah.
And about 3 or 4 million going back down over the bay.
Yeah, right.
One 12, 1 10 tar, but
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I think it'll save us quite a bit of labor.
oh my.
That property is 6/10 of an acre.
It'll, yeah. Uh,
Right.
one of, we got 2 properties there, 3 properties there, but I think it's,
It's just brought it in today, so it's not on.
No, more than that, bro.
Thank you.
I don't know.
No, it's
6/10, yeah.
Yeah, 28, 24, a little over 26.
Not far them up across the street.
No, it's not. It's just the,
Yeah.
the short front, yeah.
This is January 31st.
Well, I didn't read it. I
December
just got it
31st.
today, but she must have had a typo, yeah.
Okay,
I'd
I'm gonna
say,
just switch mine to
I'd say she means
December.
December.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. I meant obviously December 31st.
Okay.
Luke, how you doing? Good.
Well, 6 o'clock, call me to order. And, what is my agenda? Yeah, thank you. Is there any public comment on anything? Okay, tonight, we're gonna be taking up the church wanted to have a daycare, but they're not gonna be here tonight, so we're not gonna take up their. They're not here. So they're not ready,
She called me this afternoon and said she wasn't ready. I assume that's why you're here.
that's why you're here, so that's why you're here, so that'll
Go
be.
get supper.
Sorry, they come up, that'll be taken up in the, if you wanna make a comment, you feel free if you like, while you're here.
I just think it's a great idea. I see daycare
Okay,
so much needed.
so you're not opposed,
I am not.
all righty, thank you. You got anything, Wayne, that you'd like to say
Uh,
about it while we're here?
well, I'm somewhat opposed.
Okay,
I think there's some issues that need to be addressed before it may be approved or not approved, whatever, but I think there's some issues that need to be
it's an
addressed.
allowed use in the village district, I can tell you that.
What's that?
It's an allowed use to have a daycare in that district.
They are or not?
They are allowed,
Yeah,
yes.
well,
So that's what we're doing.
there's other issues too,
Yeah,
possible.
pardon me again?
There's other issues too, possible,
Okay,
but, you know,
well, we'll
they're not here, so I guess we can't go
answer the
into.
question. What they're looking to have is to put 12 students there, a playground, they're gonna fence it off. And, I guess it's just a daylight operation, you know, of course, so like parents come home, pick them up. And stuff like that, 12 children. So, they're working on their fire marshal permits and some other things that they need. Septic or whatever else they gotta have. So they're not quite ready for they've given us quite a bit of. Information already at the last meeting. They gave us their proposal and, they know that they gotta have the state. Guidelines that they gotta follow and so forth.
Do you have copies of what they
Yeah,
provided you with?
we did, yes, we do have the copies of that. And probably, I guess we can get some if you'd like to look at them. I don't know. I have some here,
I can send them to you next week.
yeah. Nothing's gonna happen for a month anyway.
Okay, you're gonna send me the information that you have, is that correct?
Yeah, the application they have all the septic plan, I think, they have what they wanna do, what the state requires them to do to have a, facility exits and so forth on the building. And things like that. There's quite a little list. So they've done their homework pretty well. For the getting what they're supposed to require. They've done them other places too. They've done them in Rockland. So they're kind of experienced in. And with I don't know whether, remember what other town that they've had been? I think they run at least one uptown.
Now you say they, who is they?
That is.
Good school,
Yeah,
the
that
good
is,
school. That's the name of them.
the good school is the name of them. But it's, the lady that gave us the presentation was, I'll say, J.C. Eaton. And what they're looking to do is, they work with the PUMC Board of Trustees, New England Annual Conference, whatever, United Methodist Church. Anyway, they run, I forgot where the town she said she had it, but this is kind of all the information here. I have, you
It's all
can get a
good.
copy. I'll give it to you.
Have those send me everything you have,
Yeah,
Well,
I assume that will be included in it.
you want me to copy it right now so you don't have to worry about it later?
Whatever.
yeah, I have it here. Okay. All right. Preparing said, back here. Yes,
Will I be notified again? Even,
the next meeting is,
when they, no, when they're gonna be here.
well, they're right now, they're gonna be here at the next meeting, according, they told Harry. So that would be December the 21st. If they don't, we don't have any other business on the agenda that night. If for some reason they're not ready, it will fall into January.
So December 21st,
Right now, 6 o'clock will be the next
that's
schedule.
when the hearing,
Yeah, they can, if they have everything together, we can go through the performance standards with them. And then you'll be able to speak at that too.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
all right. Okay. Ready for the co-op?
Or
Yes.
I'm sure the co-op's gonna be a long time, and Tina should just take a few
Oh,
minutes.
no,
If you could just,
want to take her out of order? We
if
can do that.
if you don't mind. Do
No,
you
I don't
sir?
I don't mind that.
Thank you.
Yeah, fine.
Guess we ought to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Yep.
Motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Oh.
Look at that, yeah. Or you can make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes from last meeting.
Can we second? All in favor? Right. Not second. Okay, let's take care of Tina. So you need to be open, New Year's Eve.
Yes, well, I've had inquiries for that night and I've had to decline renting it because the goal was a New Year's Eve wedding where they could ring in the new year at midnight. So I thought maybe it would be smart if I could at least pose the question to you all, if you'd allow me to amend my business hours that one night of the year to allow for a New Year's Eve celebration. I didn't realize New Year's Eve weddings was a thing, but it seems to be pretty popular. I've had a couple people ask about it. It also could be a fun community night too if we didn't have something booked. I have no plans to do anything this year. However, if in the future we were allowed to do that, we certainly would consider it. So my thoughts were, a bar time to end at midnight and then just allow a little bit of after 12 o'clock celebrating until 1 o'clock and then just get everybody out of there by 1 a.m.
Comments from anybody? It seems reasonable to me, New Year's Eve. As long as you stay under your 60 decibels, 65 decibels, you're good.
Right.
I mean, me, as far as I'm concerned about that, I don't mind amending them for one night. I think it's a very reasonable request,
Yes. I agree.
Yeah.
okay?
Thank you.
You can get a motion on that to allow Tina to operate on December 31st until 1 AM. So if you like 1 or 2 AM,
1.
1 AM.
I'll make the motion to adjust her hours of operation for December 31st to 1 AM.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? None opposed? So that passes 3-0. Have a nice party at New Year's.
Oh, thank you so much. So just to be clear, this is like a new standard of operation. I don't have to do this every year. I can just assume that on New
We can
Year's.
do it, we can do I can just make an amendment to your current performance standards. and
Okay.
Jerry, and I think that's all we're amending for one night. I'll just type a little letter up and add it on.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much.
Welcome, good luck.
Thank you. Good night.
Night. Hey. Fisherman's Cove. There we go. I just want to let you know, I have looked at all your
Okay.
paperwork. I got a couple of questions, that's all I have, but I'll let you give it for the benefit of everyone else.
I'll just be brief, then my quick call, my name is Michael Sabatini, with Winter Corporation, certified engineers, here on behalf of Christmas Co-op, David Cousins, you guys know him, of course. Also here, this middle, has a letter that goes through the applicable drilling standards and findings. Has the application in there, some photos and the site plans. We just described the project. Everyone's familiar with this. It's a very busy bulkhead right here where there's bait going out, lobster coming in, fishermen going in and out. It's forklift going every which way. And it's the only access the fishermen have to the water. So to be safer, take all the floats that they keep the skiffs on and move them over here, where they all park basically, and have a new ramp that's gonna be mounted to a kind of concrete block, some steps up to it. And that's just reusing those 4 existing floats and slide them over there and access from a different, that's gonna be safety wise, it's gonna be great because all the fishermen can come and go over there while this is the loading zone over here. To increase efficiency, they want to put a conveyor in, and the conveyor dips right down into the water, and they can just, with a gap, just bring the lobster crates right up to the conveyor, and it just sends them right up. And it would bring them up to a level that's more like loading dock height. And so a person could be standing there and would receive the crate up onto a table almost, or a counter height, and then put them onto a pallet, or, pallet could be on a forklift to move up and down, so very little lifting, so it's more like scooting it along the table. And being able to load directly into a truck or to a forklift on a pallet, whichever. And to manage that, they're gonna put a new float down the bottom here, and then a finger float that alongside that conveyor to get to where you can hoist this either mechanically or lock out, like if it's hydraulic connected on a little gallows, then you could have a mechanism there to lock it out, so it's not sitting there on hydraulics the whole time. I guess maybe I haven't even decided, are you gonna do hydraulics or a chain
We're
fall?
gonna have some way to lift it up, so it's out of the water when, and just
Out of the
lower
water
it
most
down,
of the time.
lower it down the water when we want it, and then just pick it up out of the water when we're not using it.
So, that's what's going on. Everything else will be staying the same. They do need some replacement of some of their piles. It's going to be worn, but, as far as, other permits, we have submitted the NRPA permit as a copy that I dropped off to the office. And we, that was submitted to the Army Corps, EP, and of course, Merge Lands as well. And we know that we need a land use permit in a minor flood hazard permit from the town as well, once we get the results of these proceedings.
Okay,
So, happy to answer any questions.
ones that I read in there, Army Corps,
Yeah,
what's going on with them?
well, so we just submitted, when you submit to DP, submit to the Army Corps at the
Same
same time.
time,
Yeah,
okay. I was wondering why they had to get involved with that, but that's kind of a,
yeah,
It's a rule
they
or
have
something.
jurisdiction from the high water in.
Okay.
Down.
I was wondering because you put the concrete on that. That,
Well, yeah, even
Well-
like, even the piles.
the piles, okay.
Yeah, and floats are an indirect impact.
Diane Post, she's good with that float sticking up kind of in front of her land there.
So we were careful, there's a method to determine the littoral setback line so that the land that's owned by the state, really, we get submerged land lease, it's everything below low water. There's a method to kind of bisecting this angle, and then once you bisected that angle of the two property lines,
Mhm.
you can stay 25 feet off of that.
I know she's been notified, all the butters have been.
Yeah,
notified.
we
So
notified.
that's, they've been taken care of.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, there's no, there's a call back and said,
She hasn't
hey,
got contacted us.
She has contacted the select
Okay.
board, and she
Okay.
is not happy.
Okay,
So she was given the opportunity to come here tonight. and I
Okay.
don't
okay,
all right.
all right. I just haven't noticed it. I didn't talk to the lady, I just saw her there and I said.
And she's also, she can contact DEP as well, she has the right. to-
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right,
It's my understanding though that we are on this side of our property, submerged
Yes,
land,
so,
so really she can be unhappy about it, but we're not encroaching on her side of the line.
okay,
right, so where we put the float, we're far enough away from that bisecting line so that we don't need a letter of no contest from her. If we were closer, we would have to get almost like her permission, their permission.
right.
We're set back far enough where we don't need that.
Well, I noticed the deeds and like my deeds, same thing. So Thompson says it goes to the low water mark, and that's why I was kind of questioning it, looking at that, when I looked at it the other day.
Yeah.
I kind of reviewed all that. So you work with the Army Corps, you get that's pending, and then the neighbors have all been notified. And let me see if there's any other questions I had. There might have been one or two, but how are you gonna access that conveyor with that?
Well, we have a ramp that goes right down to those floats that,
Oh,
The
okay,
Existing rate is staying.
all right, so not gonna ride a conveyor down, that's good,
no, we have a ramp there, goes to these floats, these floats are staying, that's where we buy from.
all right,
We're gonna just take these floats, flip them over there, have a ramp there, that way there's not so much congestion here, and we're just gonna have a little finger float off there, so the guys can stand there, just take a gap and pull them right up on the
Sure.
conveyor. So,
so basically you just wanna do your. I have no issues with this at all. So, or I don't know if the board does, any questions?
No, I mean, it all makes sense. I've been down there for a fire calls, whatever, and it is congested. I mean, it makes sense for safety and congestion and. We put the parking lot in and it doesn't make sense to park over here and walk across the road and down through, so.
All right. No, any questions? Set? If not, I'd like to go ahead and just, since it's just existing business. And it's gonna be just basically the conveyor and then moving the float, you have all your permits. So you have them in place by the time you get done. So there's no POD. Let me see, let's go, I'll start at the top, I guess. Fisherman's, Sprucehead Fisherman's Co-op, existing business. 275 Island Road, South Thompson. Okay, your application is for a dock conveyor, 45-foot conveyor. A new float 10 by 16, and then a finger float 4 by 16. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's on the road already, if you don't need a DOT. DEP site review, they've done that, or that's gonna be done.
Yeah, that's what we.
Okay, okay, yes. I don't see any reason to have a wildlife impact study or anything like that.
No,
And is there any other issues that you may have to deal with other than Army Corps?
no, I just mentioned the submerged lands, their submerged land lease will have to be modified, but that'll happen as part of the DEP process.
Okay.
Yeah.
The planning board is given jurisdiction to review the application of the land use ordinance The proposed use is a commercial dock and conveyor. Is authorized within the CMA zone. It's on the island. That's commercial fishing zone, marine. Yeah. It may be conditioned by the planning board based on the above findings. The planning board maintains jurisdiction to review the application for it. Standard findings, the applicant's name is Sprucehead Fisherman's Co-op. And you have a deed, which I saw. For that agreement. And you're at 275. Okay. This is a map 1. And lot 9899.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the above findings, the applicant has established right and title and interest to the parcel and is subject to the application, and therefore has standing to make the application. The land use part of the property is within the CMA zone. The applicant is requesting to operate a commercial, well, it's already existing business. The lobster business?
Yep.
The proposed operation is defined as commercial. Which is permissible by the planning board as a special exempt and conditional use based on the above findings. The proposed use is permitted use in the CMA district, and the property is within the CMFA district. And Highland. So, put that in there. Land use findings complies with dimension requirements, section BC. Because 1 acre of this property has 0.6, so it doesn't, but it's existing, so it's grandfathered. Okay. On a campground. That's all this way. Okay. Any lighting shall be shielded to prevent direct glare of adjoining residential property, public rights of way. Yes, right? Yeah, it'd be down with face. It's not industrial use, storage materials, product vehicles to be screened from view, so that's NA. Off-street parking should be provided sufficient space as determined by the planning board to eliminate on-street parking. So you have.
You got all kinds of parking.
So give me a number. How many spaces you got?
We got 30 or 40 up on top of the hill. We got 20 in the parking lot across the street, and then on the property adjacent to where this ramp is going, we got another 25.
You're not changing
We're
the
not-
parking.
no, we're not
I'm
changing.
just, what I'm doing is they have an old application in, so I'm
We
updating
have
it.
new forms,
New form.
so
So we got the 40,
85.
85.
85. And you don't usually fill all those in.
No. We only got 46 people at the co-op, 50, so.
Okay. Not an outpatient addiction clinic. Based on the price of proposed permit complies with form says no the conditions. Okay. Special. Additional conditions may be in order, carry out purpose special exemption, required additional conditions, specifications, criteria, standards necessary to protect the public interest to be fit such harmoniously and compatibility into the neighborhoods and locations. Such conditions may include but are not limited to. Okay, now we have setbacks from state requires 6 feet from other property lines.
Yeah, we're good with all that.
Okay, and how far back is it from the road? This is gonna be, well, how about the business from the road is close?
Oh, yeah, so the roads are here,
Yeah,
up through here, so.
but how far can
And
you
then
build?
down the road there, so we're over to here,
I mean, to
I don't know what
this,
your scale is.
To their business.
Probably 200, 150 feet.
That's like 12 feet to the.
12, yeah.
the river.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Okay, no, it's all right.
All right,
That's all right. It doesn't matter. It's this week. Body's of water, it's zero, it's on the water.
Yeah, it's on water,
0 feet.
yeah, especially with the office building.
Okay.
did a nice job with that bucket line too, stayed good. You tried. Yeah, no, that.
To comply with state and main setbacks, provide additional setbacks for any dwelling existing at the time of total bidding. So how far are you from the butters? The nearest to butter?
Well, Billy, I
This is
mean,
commercial.
that is one about up on this side.
Well, I guess neighbor.
Neighbor, we're, the line's there. You gotta scale it.
There's no setback in South Thompson, I just want to get a number. For
From the
the
property
record.
line, that ramp will be 50 feet away.
50 feet, okay.
This little building is closer than that, but I don't know what you're looking for.
Well, I'm just looking at, this is kind of doing the whole, what would you estimate that building to be?
You guys use that garage?
Storage.
Yeah, so what's that? You just trying to get based
Yeah,
on
no,
the
so
form where.
that's
things-
like-
Somebody comes in and asks me, we approve this, which we're approving.
Like 18 feet away, that
Okay.
garage.
There's no setbacks in South Thompson. And there's water at the co-op, fresh water, well, or something.
We have rights to well freshwater,
I
well,
read that, yeah.
yeah, but,
Young Colby, as Lampy used to call
all right, yeah, young Colby. We don't have it hooked up right now,
But it is available.
it is available. yes.
Okay. And it's a well.
Yep,
And what do you do for septic down there?
we have a porta potty.
Good boy, so it's NA. All right. Import quality of groundwater condition requirements is none, right?
Right.
Okay, visual screening condition requirement, operation will not be visible from a butters town road, will be visible from the town road butters, yes, it will. Okay. Fences condition requirement, if commercial industrial operations or equipment stored visible from the adjacent dwelling. Fencing or landscaping, screening, trees, shrubs, berms will be installed, yes or no? You plan on, doesn't matter, I'll give a. No, okay. It's a walk, you gotta be able to get in and out. Landscape required? Anybody? No,
They're not changing.
yeah, okay.
That's wrong, man.
Let's say no.
Yeah,
You're not increasing your visibility. Any.
No,
we're not changing anything, we're just moving it, so everything's gonna be the same. With the exception of the finger wall that we put in for the conveyor.
Actually gonna improve.
It's gonna look better,
Cause
right?
all your crates out on the
Right.
mooring is gonna come in.
Right.
So,
good. I'm just, like I say, I'm just redoing it, because I do have an old application here, and I wanted to get you on the new one.
Yeah.
Okay. Type of service specify limited in scope and application, increased scope will require a new updated permit to approve the increased scope, so if you want to do more, come back.
Right.
Okay. Staffing number of employees,
How many we have about,
how many do you need?
oh,
I'm in the summer,
7 or 8.
whatever you'd like to say.
I mean, we got Casey and Kyle, and then. If it's a busy day, we got 5 or 6 prisoners, and if it's not a busy day, we got 4.
Well, if we include the prisoners, what
What's
would
the
that be?
most you could potentially ever have there?
And,
And let's try 10, that way you don't come back for 2 guys.
yeah,
Okay, security down there, you can have
we have
cameras,
cameras,
yes. And
Yeah.
lighting,
have to. Lighting, yes, lighting and cameras.
lighting. Okay, hours of operation now, what you had before, 4 AM to 8 PM. Okay, this is Monday through Friday, right? So before,
Now it's actually,
well, wait, it goes more.
all right, yeah, yeah,
All right, so. Saturdays and Sundays.
If Sunday you can't haul from June first to September first, so Sundays are in the
Same
summertime
time.
or not, but this time of year, it's 7 days a week.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Depending on weather,
What time do you need to be open in the morning?
we're open at 4.
4 o'clock, 4 to 8 p.m. again? Okay. Daylight, yeah, before 8 p.m. You guys are lucky, you're all done a new business, nobody's squawking.
Yeah,
Federal, state holidays, yes, operate on holidays,
they operate on holidays.
same time. Yeah, with the days of operation annually.
Well, the only days we are closed if the weather's bad. I mean, in the wintertime, we have. few boats installed.
365,
Yeah,
can be, yeah.
I think we take Christmas off and.
You wanna make it
4th of July.
363?
I think it's 363 to be accurate. And
3
3 days off, we're not open.
Number of off-peak parking spaces, you said that was 85
Yeah.
available. Annex of one, still light will be designated to ensure safe movement and security using, you get motion detectors on those lights?
No, they're on most of the time.
Okay. So yes or no, I guess.
Yes,
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. If the lighting most decks are fitted with minimized adverse impact on neighborhood property, including glare and reflection, so that.
yeah, they're all pointing down.
All exterior lighting shall be downward facing, minimal illumination, sufficient, adequate for safety and security. Okay, all signs must comply with the town ordinance, this with the size, distance from the road, corner requirement. Signs may be used to advertise to ensure safe movement and security. Unlighted sign maximum size. There is a size limit in
We
the,
don't have any signs.
don't have any signs. Do you want to have a sign? Would you ever want to put a sign on the building?
But
4x4, so.
Well, yes,
Okay, 4x4.
cover up, but now.
Okay, conditional requirements, noise will not exceed 65 decibels to the nearest property line. Right. That's a good one, right? Thus, operations should not create emissions, dust, dirt beyond the property line. This will also apply during construction phase of the project. So you can't have dust blowing on your neighbors. Which is like small projects, not a big problem. This may require resurfacing, access roads, use of water, tenting, mitigate dust, halt operations, the wind direction, speeds not favorable for the operation. So you have to stop if it's blowing on your neighbors. Odor control. Yes, it's inside, baits inside, whatever.
Probably,
I'll just,
let's think.
well, I can either say yes or no on Apple.
Yeah, just. Leave it like you have it.
Yes, okay. Okay, you're not doing any use of rock crushing or anything like that?
No,
Vibration requirement, applicant's agents notified CO 10 days, that's the ONA. Nuisances, see above any nuisances. Any concerns of the planning board due to the nature of the operation not listed above. That's gonna be 85 parking spaces. Any other concerns? NA? Vehicle protection asset, this requirement, operation will be limited to conditions approved by these performance standards with regard to hours, days of operation. Yes, we already talked about that. If required, access to the public will be restricted, controlled, or secure. So you know, any kids, no problems and things like that. Adequate capacity on other roads. Yes, there's no different. You're gonna add any more driveways. No. Doesn't say non-consistent purpose of use. This is gonna be a wholesale lobster business or what is it? Now, this will be conditioned on all other approvals. That you need. All required licenses, prior to operations, you have the license on it, you need down there for
we have everything we need.
everything. Okay, so that'll be all right. Okay, fire department asset, fire chief, the South Thompson Constable will verify the site access is adequate prior to commence operations. The project must meet state and Maine fire codes for its intended use, so it's just a. You did a lot of renovations down there already.
It's all wide
Up to
open,
date.
so.
I'm gonna say yes, you can comply with the fire chief, if he looks around and says, I can turn my truck. Land conservation commission, applicant will limit mineral distributing to a maximum of 2 acres, develop project. Will comply with state of Maine provided guidance. For erosion control, groundwater monitoring, fuel storage, and any reclamation, so you'll do that. That's just. Comply with all that, state laws. Maintenance inspector of sewage facilities, so there's none, really, NA. Absence of agents will comply with all federal requirements. That is with the yes. Okay. Now it's time for the vote. So we voting on that from. I guess. Number 1 through number. I think it's 7, but I've got to say for the record, 6 now, till we get rid of something. And that will, number 1 through 6. Through paragraph. On that. Those 6 items. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve this conveyor and floats?
Motion to approve conveyor and float.
Second,
I'll second it.
okay, any further discussion? Hearing none. Call for the vote. All in favor? 3. Opposed, and 3 in favor. 0 opposed. And no abstains, we're not absence. Okay, South Taunton Land Use Ordinance Section 4, paragraph B5 permits shall not be denied if the proposed use is found to be in conformance with the provisions of this ordinance. So that means that we can't refuse you if you comply with all of them. And that's it. And good luck with your.
Thank you.
So
You can get out of here and go home supper.
that's right.
Bill,
Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
I just realized I didn't put a signature block on the plan, but do you sign anything or? You sign that form or?
We sign a Mylar when we do a subdivision. I don't know if we do anything on this. This will be put on record with Gary. I'll get it. I type it up at home and I bring it on.
Good.
And then, so you're good
Okay.
with this.
Perfect.
And I'll tell Paul you're looking for some help.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent.
do you need
I
an
mean,
application for the floodplain part of it, or do you have?
Well, is that on the website?
Maybe,
Maybe. Yeah, I'll fill that in. I'll get in touch if I can find it.
okay,
Is there another one for like the land use?
Yeah.
permit?
yeah, and that is on the website.
yeah, we don't do, we just do the rules. We don't,
Yeah,
we're not the fourth.
Right, right. Should we wait, until we have the BP permits a little closer to, yeah, so.
Yeah, because those will expire. So you want to,
Yeah,
you want
so maybe we'll do a little while on that.
to,
All right,
Very much sorry, they were on, like,
statutorily, they have 60 days, when we submitted it. So. Hopefully we get it here. in a month.
Okay, I guess we're gonna set the agenda.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Good luck with your project.
Thanks.
Establish sites for the next meeting. I guess it'll be the daycare if they're ready. If they're not ready, we'll forward that to January. The next meeting tentatively right now is December 21st. Is that good for everybody or is that?
I'll be gone.
You'll be
Okay.
gone. I'll be gone too as well.
I'm-
So I don't know. We may,
Can you
I'll be here,
zoom
but
zoom in, or you're on vacation?
I may be on
Okay.
Zoom. I don't know. If I'm on Zoom, then I'll do it from there.
So if Gabe and Catherine can't
you
make
mean
it,
December 23rd? Oh, wait, no.
It's first, I think it was.
You're right.
We can just play it by ear if we need to go into, I don't think that the school's in a super big hurry.
Do I need to send out new notifications to the abutters?
No, which you already did, right?
I did.
So you're done. We just
Well,
do it one
we
time.
changed the date.
Um,
I mean,
if you have, it's not a big chore.
no, just have Michelle. She saved all the letters, so we can just. We can do something.
Okay.
But
Well,
first we
it
should-
might be said beginning
I
of
think
January.
that's- I think first, we can have the 21st.
Okay,
I think we should look into at some point. Coming up with verbiage and definition for landscaping. Or what we want to use
Yeah,
as
it's
the
pretty
planning
broad.
board to describe.
If not grass.
Yeah, like, and I don't even know if we wanna call it landscaping, there might be a better word.
it's just been in the,
It's
in the
that,
thing for a long time.
We need to have a definition of that, so there's a little bit of.
Well, we
scope.
kind of do, it
and
says
clarity.
trees, shrubs, all that kind of stuff, but for landscaping would be for, to hide something,
Yeah.
and it's
Be
already,
trees, bushes,
it's,
grass,
we are
flower.
kind of have a. What we consider that, we want that, it's, what page is it on?
Is there a definition in the ordinance what landscaping is?
I don't think there is,
the meetings.
tree, shrubs, or
Yeah.
berm, we installed. So if you're gonna store something or equipment or
Yeah.
adjacent dwellings.
I
Things
just
like
know
that.
last time there was a little bit of,
I
it'd be
kind of,
nice to be very clear with,
Yeah, I agree.
well, I think it's kind of this way, to me, if you want landscaping. Then you describe it then. If you
Yeah.
don't want landscaping,
well, but I think that's why if we have a definition for landscaping, then all we have to do is say. We're requiring landscaping, and we can even get to, you know.
you could get
Between
it down,
two
so
and-
you gotta plant
between
10 trees.
2 to 6
all this,
feet.
you know.
And however much per linear foot or, and I think it's something we should like spend some time on.
If you'd like to, we
And-
can, but I think it's kind of a difficult thing.
I agree,
But
that's,
it's more difficult to enforce it when you don't
After
have a
the fact,
definition.
Right,
Well, I think if we make it explicit, like you notice that the performance standards that I wrote you, the grass was not, I wrote in there. Was not landscaping, so anything you guys say in the meetings, I usually put in to the
Yeah.
performance standards when I type them up, I make little notes along the way. Yeah. The thing is, every lot's different things from different places, you know? You know,
Yeah,
to me, like along, say, 131, that's people just whip by there, you know what I mean?
fly by there.
Fly by there, so they're not really looking at,
no, I agree, I just
you know.
think having some sort of standard for. What we're requiring, so it is, so, I mean. So Terry's, it makes Terry's job a little bit easier,
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to.
and then it also. Is a level playing field for, you know, if the planning board requires me for my storage unit. To have landscaping, but at the planning board meeting, it's set, we say X, Y, and Z, and then. Their storage unit that gets applied for and approved 6 months later, we say something completely different, and it's not apples to apples, and then
Right.
they come by and see that like. I have 2 trees and they have to plant a whole hedgerow, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just to have something, so it's a little,
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it's always the way it's been,
yeah,
but I'm not a big proponent of landscaping. You know, for like businesses,
yeah,
but you know, if it's certain to, you know, if you're shielding somebody from a neighbor or something that, you know.
yeah.
that
Well,
might-
and I don't.
Along the road, I'm not,
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think people should completely shield their businesses, but it's not a bad thing to. Keep people, or have people keep things looking nice.
right.
You don't want to make a big head, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have some clown up in the middle of the night sitting there drinking beer in front of your storage building, nobody can see you going by, then you get
Yeah.
problems, you know.
Yeah, that's right, they can hide behind that stuff. if you'd like to, write a little proposal,
Yeah, that's,
that
I've
would be
been
fine,
thinking
and
of
then
last,
submit it
yeah,
to us, and we'll take a look at it, but, like I say, I think a lot of the areas are different.
How
Well,
did,
the needs are
hey,
different.
Kerry, how'd you make up with Paul over his, I see he's building the place over there. He's, the fire department said it was too close.
He said that he couldn't really tell until the building's built. But he feels he's gonna have to add something. So there's room for.
Maybe the back,
Trucks.
like you got in the back, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, guys, he's got like this much room around that building. I don't think my pickup truck around it.
Yeah,
Along.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
David's
No,
gonna
That's
go,
not what the fire department's problem, that's, I mean, if you're gonna put stuff in there.
Yeah.
If you're a U-Haul, forget it, you ain't going.
David's aware of it, and he's gonna go back once
Yeah,
things are up.
he should have just pushed that back, well, cut that bank and back, move back about 20 feet, give himself a little room.
You may well have to do that, at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I mean, the right, it's right, I don't know if you see it or not, there's a ditch, comes up, there's like an 8 foot wide. There's got a road and then a building. I mean, so you could barely get,
Is it ledge behind there, or what is that?
No.
No, well, you could probably make
I
it,
started asking about it, and he said, oh, it was too much work, and, I don't know,
yeah.
he just, I don't know, he should have pushed it back.
I think the fire chief looked at it and said, we need to be bigger, didn't he? I don't know exactly. So he's on it, I guess.
You want to make it the rounds tomorrow, while you out and see who got the garbage in their front yard still?
Not tomorrow.
Well, my cousin Ernie called me up, like up there with my tractor and move some stuff around and bury some stuff. I said, I said, it's still hanging in fast. Your boy's got that crap in front of that trailer out there. There's 2 stoves, there's a couple of 4-wheels, a
Yeah.
bunch of boards.
That's the issue,
So-
is the trailer.
I know.
The trailer.
And even him, that's his kid, who doesn't even live there anymore. Left all that junk there.
Well, there's been some people that there was an ordinance that I wrote a while back and they didn't like it. So it never went anywhere as
Yeah,
far as yards and so forth.
yeah,
But, we were actually when John Snow was the CEO here,
yeah.
for a while.
It wasn't as mean as Terry is though.
That's me.
Yeah.
Well, she just didn't the rules.
Yeah,
Is there any other items for tonight? Can we get a motion to adjourn?
a motion to adjourn.
Okay, second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all for vote. Now we can discuss what we want.
Did they come up